So this is going to be part 10 and also the last part possibly of our series of Angular UI plus Spring API step-by-step tutorial. Today we are going to be handling the delete operation. It's going to be really very simple because in case of the delete, you only need to pass in the ID of the delete of the delete. So this template here, I'm simply going to copy the way it is. I'm going to copy the way it is. So when the user clicks on the delete button on the table, it's going to display this template. The name of the ID of this template is content delete. Okay, so I'm going to go to the friends component and I'm going to go down right here. I'm going to paste this. It's going to be content delete, and the body, the model body here, it says, hey two, are you sure you want to delete this record? Yes, delete. And also I use button to be danger. And now I want to add the click event to the button on HTML table that is going to actually launch this form. So this is it. So I'm not going to waste time here. I'm going to just copy because I already explained all this to you. So by now it should be clear. So I'm going to go all the way up to the delete. There's a delete here. And in the button here, I'm going to add this delete event. And now open delete is not been written, so I'm just going to write it. So you can say create method open delete, and it created this method for us. We are going to change it to what actually handles the delete. Now we have open delete. Okay, for now we want to open the delete model to ask, are you sure you want to delete? So it goes with the same method. So simply open it and pass across the selected record, because we are going to use the selected record's ID to actually delete the record. So I'm going to paste this open delete function here. All right. Now when we open the delete model, all right, when we open the delete model, we need to save the ID of the selected record, okay, to a variable that is available on this component. So we are going to select, we are going to save the ID of the selected record, so that when the user decides to click on delete, because open delete is running on a different function than the actual delete method. So we need a global variable, not a global variable, a component-wide variable that will actually hold this ID to be deleted. So it's going to be a class-wide variable that is going to be defined on a class level. So we are going to simply create this delete ID, and it's going to be a number, as you know, right? So let's just test to see how far we have come. So I'm going to save everything, and I'm going to go to the front UI. I'm going to click on delete, and this is where we are at this point. So everything tends to be working perfectly well. I'm going to cancel it. The next thing I would like to do at this point is to let's follow the procedure, because let's not make it difficult for ourselves. So this is where we are, confirm delete. Okay. However, when you click on yes delete, nothing happens. So we need to add a confirm delete function to this. Open delete is already solved. So let's go down to the template. So this confirm delete here, this button that confirms the delete, we need to add a function. Let's just shift this out a little bit. So I'm going to add a function that says sec. All right. So here in this function, I'm going to say click equals on delete. So this on delete is going to be handled. It's going to be a function that executes when the user clicks on delete. Right? Yes, delete. This is a function. It's similar to every other function, except that it's submitting to a completely different URL. So let's go back here. I'm going to simply paste this right here, and we are going to change these to 9001, okay? And we also gonna check why This is delete ID. Delete ID. So it's actually let's see. Oh, delete ID. Delete ID. Okay, let's go correct it. So it's going to be delete ID. The D is lowercase, as you can see, is fine. So everything should be fine by now. So if I click on delete, it's going to delete. So I'm going to save everything, Command S, and I'm going to come here and then I'm going to click on, let's delete myself. So I'm going to click on delete, yes, delete, and my record is gone. As you can see, it starts from 2 at this point. Okay, let's just test everything so that we make sure everything is working. So let's add a new friend. Let me add a friend called Nikos Pax. Let's just say Department of Java Engineering or something. An email is nikos@yahoo.com, and country is Australia. He's from Australia, a very good friend of mine. Okay, so I'm submitting. Yes, you can see him right here. I'm going to change Sanjay Prashant, who is from India. I'm going to change his details, add the correct email address to be sanjay@yahoo.com. Save changes. Sanjay is correct at this point. Assignment for you, because you have to also do something. Try to lock up this ID. Put read only so that we cannot change this ID. That I'm leaving it out for you to do. So I'd like to thank you for viewing. At this point, we've concluded, and in the very last part, we kind of do a little review, and I also give you a few motivation to help you succeed in your learning programming. I remain Kind on the Tech Pro. Please subscribe and leave me a comment as well. So we see in the very last part.